Included with Auction Simplified is an auction website with your own logos and branding, and place for people to log in, to register, to look at the auction dates that are upcoming, to view your About Us and your history and maps and locations, and be able to see your buyer fees in advance of bidding, and be able to look at run lists and even auction results after auction, be able to contact your staff, be able to even see your rules and regulations and print out your terms and conditions. And the cool thing is most of this you can change yourself in settings without having to call in for support, which really makes managing your auction week to week that much easier. Speaking of registration, with Auction Simplified, the registration form can be customized to collect things like driver's license numbers and dealer license numbers for your dealer customers. And what's great is even after they've registered, they still have to be confirmed so that you can make sure that you don't have any trouble with customers joining that aren't welcome. Speaking of customers, with Auction Simplified, we have a complete auction CRM that allows you to lock customers till they're paid, make them cash only, look at their bid history, won history, receipt history, assign sales reps, change passwords, modify the customer, all of the things that you would expect a modern CRM to do, but designed specifically for your auction. Speaking of auctions, with Auction Simplified, you can run any kind of auction that you can think of, from make an offer with counter offer, to lane sales with auctioneers, to simulated lanes without auctioneers, to sealed bid, silent bid style auctions, to automated auctioneerless auctions, to proxy bid, and everything from live, online, in-person, automated, public, or wholesale. Speaking of proxy bidding, here's an example of a proxy bid auction running under Auction Simplified. You can see in this case the starting bid is $3,500, or I can drop a proxy bid in. Let's say I think this thing would sell for $4,500, and the software will bid automatically for me in $25, $50, or $100 increments depending on what settings you have set. And you can see I've got some alerts set here. I can also look at a condition report if I want to. Let's take a peek at that. There's a condition report. You can see this one's pretty bad. It's a non-runner with Titleist here, but it's branded as you would expect. And you can see that it's late shifting, it's spongy, it's got a few issues. But we've also included all the photos of the vehicle so the customer can decide for themselves. And then once they're ready to start bidding, they can drop their bids in. And you can see right here, this person's already the high bidder, but there's 7 days left in this auction, so they will get alerted if somebody else bids against them. If you have special conditions for your state, just let us know and we'll make sure that they're on there. Here's an example of another vehicle. Click into it, you can enlarge the photo, you get the idea. Speaking of alerts, Auction Simplified has a whole alert dashboard. These alerts change depending on what's going on. There's several of them. Sometimes there's as many as 15 showing at once. But in this case, you can see there's a vehicle in the auction without an odometer. I might want to correct that. There's no vehicles in arbitration, but there is one vehicle ready to be checked out. So something got sold online. Probably a buyer won a car. So let's go ahead and check that out. Let's see who won. It looks like Awesome Motors won. There they are. Beautiful. Won a Cobalt for $1,250 with a buyer fee of $200. There's no additional expenses. So additional expenses will be things like batteries and things like that might be added to the vehicle. So I'm going to go ahead and check this out. Now I can do partial payments. So let's say I'm going to collect $300 in cash and make that $300. I can go ahead and take that deposit, and you'll see that it'll generate a receipt with a balance of $1,150. There it is. Beautiful, $1,150 balance. And this is one example of many receipts that you can do. Our software has a complete forms generator, so you can have us build any kind of form you can imagine. In this case, it's got 2 receipts on one form with a odometer statement. Kind of nice. So I can go ahead and print that, and you can see there's still a balance of $1,150 due. Let's go ahead and collect that $1,150 now, and you can see it's already taken it off. We're going to collect that $1,150 this time with a cashier's check. And we'll take the $1,150 and make a check number 1234, mark as paid, print that receipt, and now I've collected all the money on the car, and you can see there's no balance due. We know at a typical auction that not everything goes right, so we have the ability inside every vehicle, this is that Cobalt again, we have the ability inside every vehicle to do a whole bunch of things, from printing gate passes to printing window stickers, but more importantly, sometimes we have to reverse a sale or edit the payment amounts. Let's say the guy changed his mind on that cash and wanted to put it on a credit card. I want to just re-receipt the customer. I want to change the sale date, or remove buyer fees, or change buyer fees, or change seller fees, or reset all the fees. The worst case scenario would be to reverse the sale and start over. All kinds of different things are pre-built, including emailing the invoice directly to the customer. Another thing that auction managers really like about Auction Simplified is the reporting engine, and we have reports for just about every scenario, and these special green reports are new beta reports that we're creating all the time to make the software even better. But a report that I love the most is called a receipt summary, because that's all the money coming into your auction. And you can see right from here, I can do all kinds of filtering from VIN number, stock number, run number, look at it by who paid and who didn't pay, by check status, I can even look at a buyer view, seller view. And the beautiful thing too is once I select a group of data, I can start doing stuff with it, including exporting to Excel or printing or emailing the invoices or emailing the buyer's invoices in a broadcast, and taking action such as marking the title as present, or print seller's invoice, or add notes to each vehicle, look and see whether it's been paid off. There's some features hidden away in the reporting section way at the bottom called add-ons. One of them is send a text message, which our software allows you to do. You can do a broadcast text to all the potential buyers in a swoop announcing the day of your auction, which we really find to be very helpful. And it includes all the CAN-SPAN messaging so customers can stop the texting if they don't want it. Very nice feature. Thanks for taking this short preview of Auction Simplified. Please call us at 877-877-4511 for a full demo, or go to auctionsimplified.com.